Hi everybody, welcome back to your science lesson. I'm Mrs. Davis. Thank you for joining me again this week. Now this week we are moving on to learning all about plants, okay? So we're going to be doing lots about parts of plants, different plants, plants that we eat, plants that we grow. So thank you again for joining me, and I think you're going to really enjoy this next week of our learning. So to start off with, let's just remind ourselves what we're going to need. You are going to need this for this next game quickly that we're going to do. So if you need to pause the video to collect your equipment, please do so now. You just need a pen or a pencil and paper and an exercise book if you've got one. Like I say, if not, paper is fine. So pause the video now to go and collect your equipment. Brilliant, well done. So today, guys, we're going to start off by having a little game. Now, I'm also going to have a go. So I've got my pen and I've got my piece of paper. I've got my pencil, sorry, I've got my piece of paper. And the first thing I need to do is, has the example here, is write down the alphabet. So we've got A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So I should have all 26 letters down the side of my page. So you can split it if you like. You just need a bit of a space next to each letter. So pause the video to do that now. Welcome back. Brilliant, guys. Fantastic. Now, here is the challenge and here's the game. I want us to have a go at how many animals and plants can you name using each letter of the alphabet. So next to each letter that you've written, you're going to have a go at writing either an animal or a plant, okay? You don't have to do them in order. You might want to start with A, or you might start with R, or you might start at A but then jump down to H, okay? So you're going to have 2 minutes. We're going to have 2 minutes to have a go at this, and we're going to see how many we get. I'm going to start us off. By the time the green circle completely disappears, that will be our 2 minutes up. So I'll keep an eye on the time and give you some warning. Okay, are you ready? On your marks, get set, go. Cats. Oh, I just said one out loud then, didn't I? Oh, how are you doing? I've got stuck. There you go. Oh, mine are all animals so far. I think it's because we've done so much work on our animals. Oh no, I've got a plant now. I got stuck on that one. Oh, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, guys. Pencils down or pens down. Fantastic job. Right, count up how many you got. Oh, I got 13. How about you? Did you do well? I bet you did. Fantastic. It's a little bit of a game there that you can try again if you want to see how well you do. Also, you might want to challenge somebody else in your house to have a go, maybe even somebody in your family to have a go at that game and see if you can beat them, okay? So fantastic job, well done. Right, so like I said earlier, we're starting to have a look at parts of a plant today. Okay, so we're looking at plants and we're looking today at parts of. So let's just have a little look at our vocabulary words today. So we've got the word function, okay? And a function, the function of something. What's the purpose of it? What does it do? Okay. What about this one? Can we read this one? Carbon dioxide. Brilliant. Well done, guys. Fantastic reading. Carbon dioxide, and that's a type of gas. We've got observation. Observation. Observation means you're looking at something very carefully. And then we've got minerals. Okay, and minerals are something that's good for our bodies, all living things, minerals. Okay, brilliant, well done. Right, so here are some common plants that grow in the wild. Okay, so they're not sort of, yeah, they grow in the wild. So you might well have seen them in places like parks or on maybe in the roundabouts. Sometimes grow some wild, the council grows some wild flowers there. So do you know what any of them are called? I want you to have a real good look at them. Are there any that you're like, oh yeah, I remember that, or I've recognized that? You might recognize it, you might not be sure of the name of it. Are there any? Should we have a look? Let's have a look, shall we? So we've got daisies. I reckon that you might have recognized those. Who's made a daisy chain before? Yeah, definitely. You've got a buttercup. You've got a lovely yellow colour there for like the butter. Butter's like a yellowy colour as well, isn't it? We've got another yellow one here called a dandelion. You probably recognise those. We've got a clover. It's very pretty there. It's quite unusual looking. They sort of group up the petals. You've got some nettles. You've got a bramble. You've got a dog rose. And you've got some ivy. Okay, so there's some of our wild flowers. Oh, right. What about these? Now, these guys, these are ones that people commonly grow in maybe in their gardens. Okay. Do you know what any of these are called? So again, have a good look. I reckon you might know a couple, especially that first one. Hopefully we know the name of that. Maybe this one down here. Oh, these are beautiful flowers. You may come across these on a special day. Should we have a look at the answers? Right, brilliant, well done. So we've got grass here. We've got an iris, beautiful purple colour. You've got a lily, Do be careful with lilies sometimes though, when their pollen, which is this bit here, because sometimes if it gets on you, it can stain your clothes. It's very difficult to get off. Here we've got some poppies. Okay, poppies. And when we celebrate these, they're the symbol for Remembrance Day, aren't they? And we've got a rose. Roses come in lots of different colours. You've got a sunflower. It's one of my favourite flowers. So beautiful and bright. Got a sweet pea. You've got a fuchsia. Okay. And finally, these are some trees. Now, trees are a kind of plant. And so here are some common trees. So I want you to have a little look. Do you know the name of any of these trees? They're all quite different, but they are, you might not know the names of them. You might know the names of some of them. This one's quite a famous one. Okay, should we have a look? Now done. So we've got an oak tree. Do you recognise that one? We've got a holly, a hawthorn. We've got a birch. Now birches are quite easy, and they're easier to recognise because they've got like a silvery branch here. And their trunk is often a silvery grey sort of colour. A rowan, a beech, a sycamore, and a lime. Okay, so there you go, guys. There's some common wildflowers, some garden type flowers, and also you've got some trees there, which are all types of different plants. So my first challenge for you today for parts of a plant is this. So what do you know about parts of a tree? So here is a tree. It's all been muddled up though. And here are the labels of each of those plants. We've got leaves, trunks, branches, and roots. Okay. Now, first of all, can you put the tree in the right order? And second of all, can you match up what goes with what? If you want to pause the video and have a go at drawing it out, that's absolutely fine. Or if you just want to pause the video and have a go at putting it in the correct order and matching up the labels with the picture, then please do. But pause the video now, guys. Okay, welcome back. Well done. Shall we have a look and see whether you got it in the correct order with the correct labels? I'm sure you did. Well done. So we've got here, starting at the bottom, we've got the roots. These are the roots of a tree. Okay, they're underground. We don't see them. And sometimes, well, sometimes they do grow up, very, very old trees, but we often don't see the roots. They're digging down deep. Then we've got the trunk, which is this part of the tree. Then we've got branches, which are these parts of the tree. Okay, you can see the branches there that are going up. And then the top there is the leaves. Brilliant. Right, same again. What do you know about the parts of a plant? So let's have a go here with a flower. So again, we've got leaves, stem, flower, and roots. We've got, again, I've got our labels, and then we've got our pictures. Now, like I say, slightly muddled up. So you can pause the video, have a go either at drawing the plants, the flower, sorry, with the correct labels next to it, or just have a go at checking that you can make sure you can put it in the correct order and see whether you know which label goes where. Pause the video now. Brilliant, guys. Welcome back. Fantastic. Shall we have a look and see how you got on? Does it look like that, or did you do that? I'm sure you did. So we've got the roots again at the bottom. So the roots are always like at the bottom of the plant. Then we've got the leaves, we've got the stem, okay, which goes all the way down. And then we've also got the flower part. Okay, so do you know the function of each part? Oh, function, that was one of our words, wasn't it? One of our vocabulary words. Now remember, function means what it does. What does it do? How does it, the purpose of it? So what is the function of those roots, of those leaves, of those stem, of the flower? Why are they there? Okay, so let's have a little look here. To start off with, we've got our roots. So now roots absorb, which means take in, they absorb minerals, oh, another one of our words, and water from the soil. So that's all the good things. The minerals are the good things. Okay, the roots also help the plant anchor into the soil and stay upright. Otherwise, if it didn't have anything, it wouldn't be able to hold itself in there. Okay, so it anchors it, which means it holds it down, just like an anchor in a boat. When you drop the anchor, that's so the boat doesn't sail away, because the anchor is heavy and holds it down into the seabed, holds the boat there. It's the same with the roots. The roots anchor, hold the plant down into the soil. They dig deep to get the water and the minerals from the soil, or the good things from the soil that the plant needs. Because remember, plants, living things as well, so need that water and minerals, those food. Right, what about the leaves? So leaves make food from the plant, from carbon dioxide in the air and sunlight. Okay, so these leaves make the plant food. All right, and they do that from carbon dioxide. Now, carbon dioxide is in our air, it's all around us. Okay, we actually breathe out carbon dioxide. So the plant takes that in, and along with that and the sunlight, okay, that's what it does to help make its food. So the leaves are very, very important. Then we've got the stem. Okay, the stem transports, so carries water around the plant. So remember, the roots have collected the water, and then it takes that water, the stem takes that water and moves it, transports it around the plant. It also holds the plant upright so it can get more sunlight. Okay, so it holds it. It's a bit like your spine in you, your skeleton, or your bones hold you upright. The stem does as well, and it reaches up tall to the sunlight, because plants need sunlight to make food. And then we've got the petals. Okay, the actual flower, the petals. So petals attract insects to the plant. So they get the insects to come to the plants. Plants need insects to bring pollen they have collected from other flowers so they can make seeds. So petals are bright colours to attract the insects. So, you know, sometimes if you've maybe been out and about, you might have maybe a wasp or a bee is always coming near you, okay, or another insect. Maybe it's because you're wearing a very bright colour. They like bright colours. That's why flowers are bright, okay? So the insects can come, all right, close to the plant. They come onto the flower, onto the petals, okay, and they bring something called pollen. And they collect the pollen, and then they then go away, and it's a way that plants spread their seeds. It's one of the ways that plants spread their seeds around. So the petals have a really important job also. Now, finally, I've got just a bit of a little added thing here. I just wanted to point out this little thing here. So we've talked about these petals. Now this is called an anther. And the anther contains pollen. Okay, so that pollen that the insects are that they're attracted to, which brushes onto insects. So the insect lands on the flower, and they go near the anther, and the anther is covered in pollen. And when they go near that anther, the pollen, it brushes onto the insect. Okay, the insect then flies away and goes to another flower. Okay. And that then is moved, and they've spread that seed. So the pollen is moved by the insect to other flowers, okay? And it's a way that flowers can grow again because they're almost spreading their seeds. And we'll do more about seeds and bulbs later on, but that was just to introduce that word to you. So we've got anther. So that's another part of the plant. That's just a little added extra if you were wondering what those little parts of the plant were. Okay, so it's your turn. So I'd like you to look closely at a plant, okay? I'd like you to draw it and label it. And next to each, maybe if you could explain what each part does. Now, guys, if you have the chance to, if you've got a garden and you can go outside and there's a flower there or a plant for you to look really closely at and draw, please do. That would be wonderful. Wonderful. If you don't, though, it doesn't matter. Okay. On this next slide here, I've got a picture of the flower that we've just looked at in detail. You could draw that and then next to it, label each of those parts. Okay. So I'd like you to pause the video, please, and have a go at that. There we go. Brilliant. Welcome back, guys. Okay, fantastic job. I'm sure you did an amazing job there at labeling your parts of your flower or your plants. We will continue to do all about plants next time. Just remember that it's really, really important to have all that plants are living things as well. So they need that water, don't they? And they need that that food. And hopefully you labeled all of those parts of your flower or your plant, your chosen one, correctly. Okay, I will see you tomorrow. Thank you again for joining me, and take care. I will see you then. Bye.